So, you ready to be free, Maxwell?
As if I wanted to. You see, when it comes to retiring from drama boarding, it's not easy to ignore drama. And since I started to become one, I took the option to risk everything. And also cost for my mental health, of course.
I see. But I must say, Maxwell, that you have done your best to protect the people from those apples.
Look, I don't want to be rude or anything, but can I please go back to the mortal world now? The Splatoon community is always going to be corrupted anyhow.
Alright, but if I send you back, you agree that this effect will make you leave the Splatoon community on June 10th, correct?
Yes, I am correct and agree with this.
Well then, good luck, my brother. You're going to need it.
What I have learned from the past of Taobao's Battlefront was somehow in the present. Some people say that they get suggested blacklisted. Sometimes they said they are going to change. And the fact that some people who get strikes can sometimes easily screw up again. And I probably haven't mentioned is that I also did something that I shouldn't have done in the suggestions, which also resulted in me of a one-day blacklist. And I will probably promise to myself that I will never, ever suggest any same shit again. You have my word. Now, I want to discuss more further the history of Taobao's Battlefront. Once this game came out originally from May 31st of 2018 until the newer version came out in 2020 of November. But after all these videos I've made regarding these explorers in the game, I was like, good lord, these explorers need to absolutely rest. Now, without further ado, but if you ever became a staff member, like if I ever to in the future, I understand the fact that if I ever become any staff member, I am willing to risk everything if I'm promoted to one of these members. Or one of these roles. Yes, I'm risking myself if I ever become a staff member. Because there are rules to this if you are caught doing something you shouldn't supposed to do in game, such as in-game admin abusing, mod abusing, etc. That is something you need to abide by, or what you are going to be choosing between now. Anyways, let's get started. So most of you have seen my most popular videos I made regarding myself rooting servers of Zombie and TBVF came out to whipping 1,000 views, which I greatly appreciate that. Like, I don't know why, but damn. So after the game was recently created on May 31st of 2018, I also seen a video from one of Jack's videos of the older version of Taobao's Battlefront. So I decided to give it a try out. But I realized it was during the alpha testing phase. But what that means, if you're an alpha tester, you get yourself a tweeter tower, which grants you money, until on December 13th is when the restoring place was shut down, and it pretty much led the game to be disbanded. The game is experienced in private, until the newer version was released on November 20th of 2020, with newer badges, unlike from the other ones, but after I granted all of these badges and achieved them, all I have to say was, man, this game's fucking weird as hell. Not that I don't hate the game or anything, I actually quite enjoyed it a lot. Despite the grinding takes you numerous months, or even weeks, to get yourself a higher tower. Like I myself grinded for a golden Zed and play of the lords on the side of that. So, I did. I achieved what I wanted. Now, before I go into further details, I'm going to be also including the history of the Discord server, which was once created on July 11th of 2018. And also lead up to Oster opening up his testing game, which is Battlefront, which I'm pretty sure you all know. That happened to be around in August of 19th of 2018. Then he planned to have it released sooner by then. And then on August 22nd of 2018, the group was recently updated, or I don't know when the group was actually created. If you know when the group was created, give me a holler in the comments. Or if you want to ask me about it. Or whatever. And then, on October 13th of 2018, the Reborn is almost in open for beta testing phases. It is not fully released, but rather testing, until December 15th they had a new TVBF logo. Then he also gave a holler out to the people they spawning the Golden Scout Explorers. But they only have Crazy Licks Pup and Dynamite my Pop-Tart are the only usernames that are exceptions for this. And then, on Christmas Eve on 2018, also decided to hire mods for his game or even a server, with 6 recommendations or 6 lists that you must include. For example, your age, why do you want to be mod? Reason, how can you improve our Discord by being a safer, funnier place? Funner place. How active? And Cinema Time Zone, which is on number 6. This came in. I'm pretty sure that these people who got promoted from 2018, congratulations. And then on January 25th of 2019, Jack91's first appearance as a staff member began to form into his announcements, or his first appearance to that. And then also gave announcement promotions to contributors. Until then, Jack decided to begin to strike people because they asked for a Golden Scout, which to point out to me outdated by now. And then a randomist user who was recently deleted said they are going to add Sleater to the game, which did not exist, so probably made that because it wasn't working, or probably because it threw that as a joke. Which is probably to a reference from the 2019 version of Taval's Winter event, which is on Frosty though, which I found out to be that event to be enjoyable for a lot. I pretty much liked the event. And then on March 12th of 2019, Oster released a video which is titled Oh Yeah Yeah, which is a new zombie that only anyone can spawn. But however, in 2019 of August 25th, the Oh Yeah Yeah zombie was removed, which means it only can admin spawn it now. Which I felt bad for that. And the reason why he removed it because the meme would be considered dead because it was from a YouTuber named Maximilianus, who was also accused, which I don't want to put this in a video because I want this to be a Roblox only video. Yes, you know what I mean. But however, things didn't go well from March 13th of 2019. Ryan, also known as Donani My Pop-Tart, was recently got his Roblox account hacked, but he somehow gained control of his again. And somehow, he also lost half of his limiteds, or all of his limiteds in this inventory until the 15th he got it back. Which I felt so sorry for denying my Pop-Tart. And always remember kids, do not fall for any scams.
Never provide your information. In general, be careful. You don't want to give your personal information to anyone. If they are contacting you because you have done something wrong, they already know all your information.
Or you could be in the same situation as Do Not Name a Pop-Tart. Now, as on June 4th of 2019, there was a leak which is probably some Halloween maps, which will probably be similar to a Halloween 2018 event or 2020 event. But somehow, it existed in one of these videos. But until May 30th of 2019, Oster promoted Jaden's and Pizza Eater for being selected chosen for trial mods. But later on, Jaden decided to retire himself. Then they both been promoted to moderators on June 24th of 2019. But somehow, Mustang's got his Discord account disabled and demoted to retired. He's still an in-game admin though. And he has been banned from Discord. He can make new appeals for the server, so cool. But until the 25th, he actually retired from being a mod in the server because of him being banned by Discord. I felt bad for these moderators and staff members. And then, on July 5th of 2019, another staff member going by the name of Beef has retired. So now the only admins in the game are Jack and Mustang himself. But Oster, he's the original creator of the game. And then they also decided to welcome Pizza Eater to our in-game admin team on July 21st of 2019, which is one day past my birthday. Then later on August 24th of 2019, the server of this Discord have almost reached 2,000 members since when they haven't hit 1,000. And then on September 2nd of 2019, Zephia's first appearance as a staff member showed up. And also a list of the people who did not receive Golden Scout badge. But if they didn't, they can contact the in-game admins for Pizza Eater, Jack, Zephida himself, Mustang, and Dunani McPufftoy. And then also decided to rename the level from 1,500 to 1,502 to avoid any confusions. And then on September 4th of 2019, the game has reached 10 million visits and they have achieved it. Until then, the 10th, Justin is a temporary trial mod to help clear up this mess, which I don't know what reason. And then on the 14th, they also promoted Zephida and Justin to trial mods as a mod application. And then, things changed differently for that list, which pretty much led to be Adiro disbanded. And that's when they also made a huge 16 or 20 whipping list of the updates they have included for the game on September 21st of 2019. They also gave Pizza Eater 777 exclusive towers, which is for staff members only. And they also added a badge for level 0000000, which is more likely to be combined to 0 million. Yes, it included a whooping of 7 zeros. If you combine the 3 zeros, which is the same, and then the 3 zeros, which is for thousands, and then the 1 zero is for the million. So frankly, this is badge for 0 million. But it also has random chances for it to have its appearance. The Halloween event will be confirmed to be in October. And then on September 29th of 2019, they also hired a new trial mod which is named Baba Waba Hahaha. And also decided to promote Idiot to rank up manager, if they do a good job to do that eventually. And then on October 3rd of 2019, Halloween will have to be split it into 2 parts. 1. Coming soon. And they also add a theme. Possibly maps. And also decided to plan adding Golden Zed, which I like that that's how it went the most. And this also caused for them to have their game to be in the future page, which I congratulate them. And then on October 4th of 2019, they promoted Zephida and Justin to moderators. The other 2 trial mods within the UI will get promoted later on. And they also have made changes to these badges, which is Bucked Hard Grinder and Epic Grinder. The rate of rating hard mode is almost the same as Classic right now, but somehow hard mode is completely different unlike in Classic. Or if I'm wrong about this. Then on the 13th of October, they promoted Bob and Greed to moderators, and then they updated Halloween. Then, on November of 2019, they welcomed their first trial mod, which is Arcadicus, or whatever this name is. And then they also promoted Justin to in-game admin, but Bob was also confirmed as being promoted to in-game admin. Along agreed to be promoted to in-game admin as well. Then it is also decided to promote Dark as a second trial mod. Yes, you can see the list right here, to moderator on the 16th. Then they also added Justin promoted to senior moderator because Mustang trusts him to be in power during his period of inactivity, speech and debate, and track and field, and his job of course. Then, Bob was also promoted to senior moderator. And then, they also took place in December 24th of 2019 during Christmas Eve. They decided to wake up for new managers. which 3 rank up members, which will be the person named Least Insane TBZ member, originally Blaze, and Electrocutor Tira, if I'm wrong with these names. And then on March 5th of 2020, Pizza, who is an admin, has retired. He worked for the server in Battlefront and won't ever be forgotten. The chain eater is no longer around to break chains. And speaking of his retirement, Pizza also have retired the staff member twice. Not once, but twice. But still, I don't want to give any hate to Pizza Eater. Despite the fact he'd done his hard effort into making the game peaceful and fun for other players to enjoy, I still respect him, by the way. The reason why he retired was for personal reasons, which we do. We salute you, Pizza Eater. But now, they have promoted Wither to be admin, and they also have a new Tremor, which is Least Insane CBC member. They also promoted Rita member to admin. Then, in April of 2020, the game got featured in second. Well, the third list also miscorrected. And they also have their game on 20 million visits on July 18th of 2020. Then in the 11th, they promoted Justin to getting developer role, even in his limited resources to the game. Then they added game tested role for the people who were nominated for testers. Then, the 24th, the group itself has reached to 10,000 members in the group, which I congratulate them. Then, on August 3rd of 2020, new trial mods appeared, which is called New Roblox Giveaways in the Meantime, 876 allowed it, and Oasis as our new trail mods. And then, on September 29th of 2020, Bob made this note saying, or letter to us saying, "On this day 1 year ago, I was accepted onto the staff team from the server. It has been a life-changing experience for me, and I'm glad that I can be part of this amazing community. I want to thank you all for being great members and allowing us to get to where we are today. Let us look forward into the future and make this community even greater than it already is. Thank you for an amazing year." Now, Bob, we are very happy for you to be accepted into the TVVF staff team. Not for me though. I'm still a content creator, of course. And then, on October 25th of 2020, the game has broken a new record, which is on 1,000 players during the Halloween event phase. And then on November 6th, Pizza Eater retired completely. And then that also happened for Zafita as well, with a little letter saying, "Hi, I'm going to keep this short and simple. So as of like 5 or 10 minutes ago, and I published new boss timer update cause cool. Anyways, after thinking about it for several days and making my final decision yesterday, I'm going to be officially retiring as a developer for Tava's Battlefront. It's been real fun helping this game, and I made a lot of new friends and met a lot of cool people. However, I want to shift my focus on something else. Probably a lot of you already know what that something else is. And well, I also want to thank Arthur for giving me this opportunity and everything he has done for me. And again, we salute you people." And then on November 15th of 2020, Justin made this message, which is a repost of Arthur's announcement, and he said, "If you haven't read a hashtag announcement already, TVF will no longer be receiving any more updates. This is part because of my departure from the developer position of Tava's Battlefront 1. I'm going to retire from my current position, game owner, and I will more likely have a role similar to Savita and Pizza. I will also no longer be doing any more work on TVBF 1, and I will focus all my attention on TVBF 2, and various other projects. Everything about the game, Discord, and everything will still stay the same. I might just be changing the game's place to the group. As for the game owner position, Justin will be handling that spot now. I will make sure that he gets most of the revenue from the game. I'll see what I can do, though moving games to a group sounds tough, but will probably be the thing that I'll do. And he'll own the new game. Data will be transferred correctly. This is mainly because I wanted to thank Justin for his hard work and let him get the rest of the revenue, since he is continuing the project. This was my farewell message, thank you to everyone who helped support this game over the years. Thank you for sticking around since June of 2018, when this game first released. It was a real big journey and I won't lie. I've learned so much from that day. So many coding mistakes, errors and stuff has helped me become a much developer, and it kinda shows that I want to thank Justin's defeated for helping him out with development. When I was working on at least motivation problem for the just generally being helpful. I also want to thank the staff team for devoting hard work into simply monitoring the Discord and monitoring the game's servers. And as cheesy as it sounds, I thank all of you for giving me feedback, what I should improve on, and even just staying in the Discord. It means a lot for me, and I can assure you that you all have contributed something to this Discord. See ya. And promotion from Jack. And then, this is what also said on November 24th of 2020. First wave of level appeals are over first 1,000 people. I will be taking a break today regarding the level resource. Expect more transfers tomorrow. Also as a note, this update was the last update that I have been collaborating on. I tried to make the update as big as possible, as good looking as possible, since I knew that I was eventually going to stop working on it. Again, thank you all for sticking around for this long. It really means a lot. Expect some new projects in the future, but again, I will no longer be doing any updates for TVF. We support you, Oster. Thank you so much. And then, that's in the 24th that the resource place was now open. Then, I forgot to mention on 2019, on April 12th, they also added mobile support for the game, which I'm glad. And that's when, on September 3rd, that the Tower of Battlefront update is now live, 1.1 officially out of beta. And then, on the 2018th of January 11th, the development has begun with the first update log. This also includes new updates, which I'm pretty sure that on the 9th of December, also released his first event, which is the Christmas event of 2018, which sadly, no badge ever showed up. And then, this is what the group looks like now. 50k members, and more improvements. So what do you guys think of the game? If you want to leave your opinions on the game, if you want to try out the game, link is in the description down below. And for my opinions about the game, I honestly think that there isn't going to be much of my opinions about the game. I just hate the fact that people spam or flooded the chat numerous times, even when you just don't even care about it at all as much. And even for exploiters, they can easily get banned entirely if they ever get caught, for example, like me. But what I think of the game is that I think that they need to add like a system to the game just so they can ban hackers easily instead of rushing to the game. Well, no, that would probably be a waste of time though. But still, these are going to be my opinions for the game. Anyhow guys, what I think of the game, or as my review, I think the game gets 4 stars. Well, 4.5 actually, because one, there were cool, sick events like the Christmas event and Halloween event, or more likely be the defeat event or any other type of admin events. And the tower, but the older version of the Golden Zed was actually very better despite the color and the original cheese module it is, which I like cheese though. Don't hate me though. And the cooldowns, well, I want to say this, but I don't like the fact that if there was a king and you play as a lord, it just makes it a little bit unfair for the rest of the zombie mode players, but I understood that. But thank you all for watching this history of Tower of Battlefront. If you want to try out the game for yourselves, again, the link is in the description down below. And to the admins who are watching this, I want to sincerely say, well, for Justin, thank you, and especially for Oster and the other developers, for making the game more playful for the other players to enjoy their experiences in and possibly go nuts about it. And bragging rights, of course. Now again, If I ever get promoted to any type of role, for example, VIP, contributor, game taster, trial mod, moderator, or any in-game staff members that I can ever think of, I understand that if I am promoted, I'm willing to risk everything if I get caught doing something that I should never done. You have my word now. Anyhow, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, and have a good day.